time to talk about action sequences. Welcome to the Time Treadmill. I'm Ron, and these are my sweaty thoughts about Doctor Who. In 1970, stunt coordinator Derek Ware broke loose from the BBC and formed his own company called Havoc, there to provide action sequences primarily for Doctor Who and also for other filming productions. The name of the company comes from the quote, "Cry havoc and let loose the dogs of war." Havoc would go on to provide action sequences for Doctor Who for multiple seasons, beginning with the Ambassadors of Death and continuing right up through the Silurian sequel, Warriors from the Deep. The advantage of having a dedicated team of stuntmen and experts providing action services to Doctor Who became immediately apparent. The first episode of Ambassadors of Death has a massive action sequence, a shootout in an abandoned warehouse between unit soldiers and some shadowy government organization. And even more so in the second episode, there is a massive action sequence involving a helicopter and motorcycles and multiple combatants as the mysterious astronaut's capsule has landed in the south of England, been collected by UNIT, and then is intercepted again by this shadowy government organization. The remarkable thing about this sequence was that originally in the script, that entire part of the story was written as the capsule goes down a street, some people come out and put a road closed detour sign, thus separating the truck with the capsule from its follow-on crew, and then a small squad liberates the truck from the driver. It would have been quick to film and cheap, and would have made the producer very, very happy. Instead, Havoc proposed an entire action stunt sequence that the director loved, and so they brought in a swooping helicopter to come in and drop bombs onto the roadway, while attackers on motorcycles swoop down over the hills and surround the convoy, and then there follows a pitched gun battle, before the helicopter flies off into the distance and the hijackers drive off in a truck with the stolen capsule. Needless to say, that sequence cost just a little bit more money. At the end of the production, I gather that the producer and the director came to some small heated words over the cost overruns. And yet, even with all of these massive action sequences, ultimately the Ambassadors of Death is an oddly cerebral story. It's much more about what's going on under the surface and less about these punctuated bits of flash and bang. And so, tomorrow, finally, I will actually talk a little bit about the story itself. Until then, stay home, stay safe, be kind, be patient, and I'll see you tomorrow.